work? Like, does that affect how much time you put into?
That's about on that. So yes. So sometimes you're trying to be non-toxic and all that, but it just can't get it. So every now and then you just make the exception, go get the strong stuff, hit it at one time, and then just maintain it with your natural stuff from there.
But then you have this. He has the. Let me ask you. You have the recommended products to use. Yeah. And how to use?
I recommend Simple Green because it's an all-purpose, non-toxic, and it's disinfectant.
Simple Brain?
Yep. Which I should have bought some. All right, I got it right on, Zane Ray. I'm tripping. Online, y'all go back and get everything. All right, this is not it. This is just a regular old, well, not regular, it's still commercial grade. And so typically that's something else that I want to point out too, was you brought that up. Is there a difference? So the stuff you typically using at home is not what we recommend for commercial. You don't do the same. So you can't just go to the dollar store, then you're going to pick that up and then for $50. If it don't got a label that look like this, it probably ain't good enough. It's all fancy looking, like you want it to be commercial grade. Even with like little simple stuff like a spray bottles, it makes a difference. You want these commercial grade nozzles or stuff, but they will break, especially if you like how you move, you walk around like this, them handles will break on you. You know what I mean? So definitely get you all commercial grade stuff. First thing first, I'm gonna sell my gloves. Me personally, I put on 2 sets of gloves every single time.
Like you double your work?
Yes, every time. Sometimes triple, depending on when I'm cleaning.
Same reason?
Because I'm just funny at it. No, but for real, because it might be thin, yeah. But you wetting them and stuff.
You don't even know it broke. You just be so in a groove and he. Oh, dang. Well, yeah, okay.
And but the gloves are commercial grade, right?
That ain't depends on who. Who you get, because these right now I can tell they're a little cheap. It's probably more for like medical workers versus us. We getting a little rough. So, all right. So, and the very first thing you want to do before you even use it is dump your bag, obviously. So this is not clean. So make sure you dump your backpack vacuum. Your bag every single time before you use. If you skip one here or there, cool. But the more you dump it, the longer your vacuum will last. So just try to dump it every time after use or at least before you. Right? Also, people made the mistake with these backpack vacuums of you thinking this is the backpack bag. This is actually a filter. So you put this in first and then this actual bag goes inside of it. You have another filter in here and it just kind of twists off. You can go at the bottom, so make sure you have that. That's that HEPA filter that these things brag about having. Because when you vacuum, any vacuum typically it keeps out dust, right? So these HEPA filters help you to protect from dispersing dust back out edges. I forget how many feet this is, but along the extension cord, so make sure you use that. It may 75 with that. Probably so about 75 feet-ish. And then also make sure that you check with whoever you get your supplies from. You definitely want to start building a relationship with a local janitorial supply store in your area, because they'll have all that information that you need, because some of these extension cords are not made equally. And these things take a lot of power. So they definitely can, if you use the wrong extension cord, it can short the power in your backpack and damage that. Or you can do some type of electrical damage to the cord itself. It's not too many pieces to it. This already pretty much comes intact. You just put the cord and plug it up to it. You can see this little latch right here. These are 2 different old pieces, and it does come all the way out. So you just want to kind of put that in and then get it to about the height that you want it. Lock it back. This part right here always gives everybody a hard time. But what you do is actually like a reverse. Use the lefty loosey, righty tighty. And this is, okay, it is right there through it. Okay, so you just unscrew it, take it off, right? But you don't take this all the way off. You just loosen it enough to take the head out. So notice I still got this little nut here still on, but just enough to get this out and then put it back on. But I'm gonna take this back off because I got to show you the most important thing that kills people, which is this. So if I take this all the way off, yep, this little locking ring right here. If you don't have this in there, that will not stay on. So just make sure that before you put this on, if you get it and it's all disassembled, if you look at this side of it and this side of it, you can tell that that's the outside of it. There's a seat inside of there, so you want to put that little ring in there. And then as long as you got it seated in like that, we good. So we can put it onto this pole piece right here and just screw it on just enough, not too tight, because then that won't go in. You put this on, and now you can tighten it all the way up, and then you're good to go. Now, You might say, okay, AJ, this is tight. Why is it still moving? It's supposed to. Because you want it to be able to get different surfaces at different angles. So if we going like this, well, let's just say sometimes you gotta angle it that way. Other times you gotta angle it that way. So that's why we see if I can shut up. So sometimes you want this head piece to spin around so it can angle. So even though we got it tight and it might seem like it's not tight because that's twirling around, that's by design. Take your bag and your filter, pretend like I dumped my bag, and put it inside. Okay. And then you want to take this piece with the holes and the cover, secure that. And by the way, the type of vacuum that I'm using is a protein. It is the most recommended in the industry. It's also the most expensive.
Healthy.
Yeah. So if you want to find an alternative, go for it. Just make sure, look at the specs on it. Just make sure that it matches the specs. And they got multiple different types of proteins, but protein, it'll be alright. And this is a 10 quart. They also have 6 quarts. So if you find it is a little too heavy for you, you can get the 6 quart.
The company or the business that helps with the cleaning industry, what is that called again?
The ISFA. So we got the ISFA. That's like the big dogs. And then as far as and actually I'm gonna hang these tomorrow again anyway. But and then also for just for the cleaning industry or building services rather, the BSCAI.
Okay, so obviously, because if the IRSSA, ain't that like basically the cleaning industry, and don't they had that event every year?
Every year.
Yeah, because me and the Metro was talking about that yesterday.
The image industry, you got all the like everything. You name it, it's there.
You know, I was overwhelmed. I heard about this shit.
Vegas?
I didn't even know about that. Yeah.
This year?
Yep.
Okay.
I think she said it's every year.
Actually, they do both. So their big convention is in Vegas every year,
Convention. Yeah.
and then they got like multiple smaller ones each season that they move at different places. The big one this year is in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know I want to go to that one, and I think she said this in November. I'm definitely trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, USSU, yeah, sure. I need to put it out.
All the people I do.
Just a couple questions. So the bag and filter change. How often does that get changed? It's not by sight. I mean, you want to create a process of changing that filter, or is just one is just yucky?
That's pretty much how I've done it, but it's
Okay.
probably a better answer to that.
Okay.
That's why, and the more you dump it, the longer it lasts.
Okay. I
So
got you.
as long as you keep continuously dump it, honestly, it probably gets you at least through a year. And then the filter is obviously longer than the bag, so change out the bag first, and then after a while, you might see the filter start to build up. Those filters are actually designed to even be washed.
Oh, nice.
So those
Okay.
filters from less will build those times, as long as you dump in your bag.
Okay. Nice. In the gold ring that goes inside the what is that? What is that called? That's the thing. What is that called?
This is the head.
The head. No, the whole entire.
Oh, the pole stuff.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
the what do you call it? Extensions.
The extension. Okay. So the little golden ring. Obviously, if something happens to it, it gets lost or something like that, and it's easily replaceable. And again, if we at one of the little stores, we can just
So
get the ring.
local stores I have, so we go to the protein website directly.
The protein. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Also, these things do get heavy. So again, this is the 10 quart. So it adds a little bit of weight to it. When you first put it on, as long as you secure it and stuff, it don't feel like nothing. But you pushing this thing for about an hour or so, if you got a big area to vacuum, you will feel it. So that's also why it's important to dump that bag, because if you don't dump the bag, you get more weight on you. You know what I mean? So definitely keep that bag though. Go ahead, and by the way, so whenever you plug into a new building, make sure you try to find the most central outlet as you can, because the less time we can save, we want to save it. So if we don't just go into a room, plug into that room, and then unplug and then we start. Try to find somewhere centered in the hallway where you can get as much of the building all in one take. Plug the vacuum in. Also, another good point for our safety goes, plug into the backpack first. Make sure you got it in this loop right here to keep the plug from unplugging, because they'll tell you what, you ever want to get pissed off, be in the middle of vacuum and then let the damn plug come and plug and you mess up your momentum. It's small, but it'll aggravate you after a while. So make sure you go ahead and lock it in this thing right here, the buffer that comes with the backpack vacuum. So once you got it in there, make sure this is plugged to the vacuum first, then plug it into the wall. When you plug it into the wall and then plug it in here, your risk Right, shocking or short. I want to watch kind of like how I'm doing. So basically, what I do, actually, I can talk up to it before I turn it on. So what you want to do is, if you're going forward, sometimes you can go backwards, other times you can go forward. But you want to kind of cover as much rain possible. So we get enough, then and up on the map and between that. But just make sure you're getting all of the areas you're about to get. Yeah, gotta tweak these areas over here because of the head, the way it swivels. See if I can find it. So from your side, so you can see it. It's just like this. So you're getting behind here. We're coming over here. We're getting behind here. Also, now that I think about it, you might ask, so are we responsible for moving furniture? The rule of thumb, as long as it has wheels. So a chair, roll it, vacuum, put it right back. Always push chairs back in under the desk. Even if you got to the office and the chair wasn't pushed in, push it in. So if you clean up a conference room, the conference room chairs were everywhere when you got there and you wiped it down, you got all that. It's not done until you push out the chair. And then some people like to get fancy and turn the conference chairs and they'll turn them all like kind of slanted. Cool. But just make sure that it's uniform. You know what I mean? I just got wheels, so I could move this if I want to, or I can leave it right here and just move it around. Got to move it like that. Right back. Surfaces like this, if you needed to, if you have to, know it's fine. But if it didn't, it's fine. Take it do like this. I think it will be called to be questionable as far as sanitation goes, sanitary. But every now and then, we can get these fixed. And that's why I prefer backpack over anything else, so we can hit so many different surfaces. So for this, you see how wide the head is, right? And it can suck from all of this whole area. However, clearly all of the power is coming from that center. So just make sure that you're keeping this cleaned out. So, because stuff can get caught up all along this. So just make sure you peek at it here and there. You pull out any buildup of strings and cotton and whatever you might get stuck at. At days like it build up with big carpet hair.
So after to be carpet, you use the same thing?
Yep.
And oh yeah, so you use the same.
And there are different head attachments that you can put on it. Like they got a brush attachment. I tried it. The brush actually just kicks stuff around and it gets in the way of it actually sucking up. So instead, the only time I probably would use the brush is then. And speaking of, so even though we started with this is not the first thing you would do when you clean the building, obviously. So we'll get into that next because we want to knock out the dust. And so some people vacuum the vents. I prefer to just take a broom and knock out the dust, get it on the ground, and then we'll vacuum it up later.
How about those space rocks, the one with like carry,
Yep.
shaping?
This is good for wheels. Because uprights, sometimes they don't have enough power. Yeah, you know. Yeah, and especially like, don't let it be a place where it snows and they put down that salt. That's going to take a lot of extra time. So, yes, they got that sticky carpet. So, yeah, this is definitely the best for pretty much anything floors.
Okay. You gloves first,
Okay.
right? Plug this in, strap this on, then plug right there.
Into the
Yes, and then get to work. When do I turn
Get up. So, Tia, let's see. We want to get this situated comfortably. Are you right here?
I'm right at
Okay, perfect. So, let's sleep on. And then we
Don't wear this wig too.
and then kick this. And we bam, down. Okay, got it. And then you just want to hold it back the way you have it. That's good. Take your arm and move it like that. There you go. There you go. All right, perfect.
And then where do I turn it on?
So you turn on to your left. It is a little, see the black drops?
Oh.
Bang. Bang.
Well, would that be on the list of something to get? I know you don't have it like now, but
You
is
can.
that thing?
Yep, if you prefer it. Now, here's the thing. Stay away from flat mops if you got a big floor. So this flat mop is cool. And then even at least twice a month, you want to take a good real mopping bucket to it.
Gotcha.
Well, flat mops will get you in trouble every single
Stay away from flat mop.
From the flat
It'll be
mop.
dirty.
And then use real mop and water at least once a month.
At least twice a month.
And then my scope will tell you that. So every time we come in, we're not mopping per se. We're vacuuming that, but we're not.
And we will mop every time too.
You will mop every
We will
time.
mop every time, but if it's a small area, you can flat mop each time.
Okay.
But at least once or twice a month, get the actual mopping bucket because it
The
will.
actual mopping bucket.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what mop do you use if you don't use flat mop?
Mop
That
it up.
one.
Yeah,
Mop
so
being
actual mop, a string mop. That's what I'm looking at.
Strain mop?
But microfiber string mop. It works better than
That's
cotton.
better.
Say that on the TFT. Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years and why they call me AJ Simmons the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the #1 source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you.